Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be recommending top 10 manhwa and manhua where the main character gets reincarnated into the past. So, without any further delay, let's start the list. At number 10 we have first-year max-level manager. Jeong Yun-ho was the vice president of top entertainment company and was married to a super popular celebrity. But even though he had everything, he always felt empty inside. Later, when he is faced with a terminal illness, everyone close to him, including his wife, abandons him. Unexpectedly after his death, Yun-ho wakes up 10 years in the past when he was still a rookie manager. At number 9 we have Frenzy of Evolution. After his death, Doon-fae regresses 20 years back in time just before the virus catastrophe was about to begin. Using the knowledge of his previous life, he arms himself in preparation for the upcoming apocalypse, and using his newly acquired cheat skill, he increases his strength. This is the story about his journey as he goes from a weakling to a future world savior. At number 8 we have legendary youngest son of Marquis House. The protagonist, Jack Valantier, was one of the strongest swordsmen who lost his sister to the royal family. Later, he takes revenge for his sister's death by killing all the members of the royal family and overthrowing the empire. After accomplishing everything he wanted to, he becomes satisfied and accepts his approaching death. However, rather than dying, he gets regressed back to when he was a 14-year-old boy. Now, with this second chance at life, he vows to save his sister and become a better person than his previous life. At number 7 we have Worthless Regression. Lee Sungmin was an ordinary middle schooler who got summoned to a fantasy world called Iria. With no powers or talent in fighting, he endures all kinds of hardships for 13 years but dies miserably in the end. However, right after dying, he regresses back to the past because of the stone of the past life that he had obtained by chance. Yet, even after his regression, he was still a weak and untalented person. However, this time, he is determined to move forward step by step and become stronger through sheer hard work. At number 6 we have My Mom is My Constellation. Jimin was the son of the two strongest hunters who sacrificed themselves while saving the world from monsters. However, unlike his parents, he was a weak F-class hunter who was about to die miserably in a dungeon. But at his last moments he gets saved by a mysterious constellation who returns him back to the past when he was still a normal human. Now with the support of a good constellation, he promises to live his new life differently and become a hero just like his parents. At number 5 we have World's Apocalypse Online. Gu Qingshan was the strongest swordsman who meets his death while fighting against the final demon lord. But, rather than dying, he regresses to few years before the monster invasion takes place. Now, he is determined to change his fate and use his cheat system to become much stronger than he was in his past life. At number 4 we have Return of the Unrivaled Spear Knight. The protagonist, Joshua Sanders, was a hero that brought an end to the Empire's civil war. But, after the war was over, he was betrayed and killed by his friend who was also the emperor. But, just when he was about to die, his spear Luja somehow sends him to the past when he was still an ordinary and powerless boy. Now with the knowledge and experience of his past life, he begins his ultimate revenge. At number 3 we have The Return of the 8th Class Magician. Ian Phage was a grade 8th class magician who bloodied his hands in war and fought for the emperor. He wanted to lead a peaceful life after the war was over, but at the end, he was betrayed and killed by the emperor. However, after using an ancient dagger that had time magic imbued in it at his last moments, Ian gets regressed back to when he was still a powerless child. Now, with the knowledge of his previous life, he vows to become stronger and take revenge on the people that betrayed him. At number 2 we have The Dark Magician Transmigrates after 66,666 years. Diablo Volfer was a powerful dark magician who lost the battle against the 12 gods and got sealed away. But, he breaks the seal and wakes up 66,666 years later in the body of a Jamie Welton. Now with the second chance to relive his life, he decides to regain his powers and take revenge on the gods that had sealed him away. At number 1 we have Infinite Level Up in Muram. The protagonist Tang Yu-sung was a mediocre warrior with little knowledge of martial arts. He gets killed on a battle by the world's strongest and most feared martial artist, the Heavenly Demon. But instead of dying, he gets regressed back to when he was still a powerless newbie. Now, he must grow stronger using his new cheat system and save the world from the upcoming threat.